So hello guys and welcome to another video, and that is one of the most loved motorcycles in the Indian market, the Pulsar 220, an absolute legend. And today we are going to talk about the overall history of this motorcycle from Bajaj and ride this motorcycle, and maybe we will push it to its limits. So let's get started and let's get riding. So riding the Pulsar 220, and it is a very comfortable motorcycle. It has got clip-on handlebars, yet it is comfortable because the handlebar is raised up, and the foot pegs are a bit rear set, but still a really comfortable motorcycle. You can easily duck down on this motorcycle to get more out of this machine, and that is one of the best riding positions you can have on a motorcycle. And the next one is the RS200, which is also very comfortable. And let's now talk about the history of the Pulsar 220. So the 220 got launched in the year 2007, and the main job of this motorcycle was to kill the reign of the Hero Honda Charisma, because the Charisma was the only motorcycle in the 200cc category. Obviously it was a bit more, it was 226 cc's, but then the 220 just killed the Charisma's market because it was really like a lot more than the Charisma, because it had more power and more torque, and obviously then more performance. This did 0 to 100 in about 11.5 seconds and topped out at about 144 kilometers per hour, and obviously that made it the fastest Indian motorcycle in India. Disc brakes, it had decent stopping power, it had 20 horsepower, 18.5 newton meters of torque, and fuel injection. Yes, the first 220 was called the 220 DTS FI because it had fuel injection, and that was actually everything you can ask for from a motorcycle back in the days. So yes, it was really good. And even this motorcycle with the carburetor, this is a BS3 model, and a BS3 model was the last Pulsar 220 with all the oomph, because after the BS3 update they launched the BS4 and BS6 models, which were a bit down on power, and the performance was also not that good. It was good but not like this one, because it was actually raw, and it had carburetor, which was, the fuel injection was replaced by the carburetor for cost cutting obviously, and the carburetor gave it a bit raw feel, a more raw feel. So yes, this motorcycle feels absolutely raw in terms of power delivery, and the power delivery is also very good. It is top end centric like all other Pulsar models, but even in the mid range it just flies. Even today, about 14 years later, it still feels ballistic and absolutely phenomenal to ride, because this motorcycle competes with the 200cc category motorcycles in the Indian market, like the NS200, the RS200, the R15, and the Apache RTR, and this one is still really good. It competes really well with all those modern motorcycles, and you can even chase down the RS200 and the NS200 with this motorcycle. It has got that much grunt, so that's good. This engine produced about 20 horsepower and 18.5 newton meters of torque, and that's a bit more than you get from the NS and RS200, so that is very good, and that's why the mid range is absolutely epic. Okay, now fifth gear, 60, open throttle, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. So that is the level of performance from this engine. It is absolutely fantastic. Talking about the ride quality of this motorcycle, it is on the softer side. It is softly sprung, this motorcycle, and that makes the overall stability of this motorcycle a bit low. It is not as stable as the NS200 or the RS200 or any other motorcycle in the 200cc category. So that is one of its downside, and also its plus side, because it is really plush for riding as a touring motorcycle. And obviously if you have that much grunt, that much performance in a motorcycle, it can definitely go the distance, and that too really easily. It touches 100 in no time at all, and that is quite good. 0 to 100, as I said, takes about 11 seconds or 11 and a half seconds. So that is still very quick. For comparison, the R15 takes about 11 and a half seconds, and the NS200 takes 10 and a half seconds. The RS takes about 10 seconds dead. So this motorcycle still competes really nicely with all its rivals, and in a straight line it will still leave the KTM motorcycles, the 200cc's, the KTM Duke 200 and the RC200 for dead, because this has got a top speed of about 151 km per hour on the speedo, and the actual top speed of this motorcycle is 145 km per hour, maxed out. So that is still very, very nice. The brakes are good, but the bite is missing. The front brakes are very good, and the rear brakes, well, they feel wooden. You just step on the rear brakes and there is absolutely no play, and the brakes get applied, the tire easily gets locked up, and that's the downside of this motorcycle. In terms of braking, the braking could have been better. The front is absolutely good, the bite is absolutely brilliant. As a touring motorcycle, this will be very good, because as I said, the riding position is good, and then the engine supports all kind of riding. It has got low down torque, it has got a brilliant mid-range, and in the top end it absolutely screams. So it is a mixed bag, a brilliant city commuter, and absolutely cuts down the highway in two pieces half. So let's now just do a quick acceleration test of the Pulsar 220, and first gear. So this is the motorcycle, the Pulsar 220, and even today it looks very nice, this motorcycle. And let me just show you around. Obviously you must have seen this motorcycle a lot of times, but still it's worth looking at. And let's talk about the rear tire. It is a 120 section tire, 17-inch rim. So yes, it is a bit under tired, but in 2007 this was quite wide. And then there is this big and chunky muscular exhaust that looks very much like an exhaust of a super bike, so that's a plus point. And then that is the engine. So that's maybe it was called the gunmetal gray, so it looks very good. And the bore is black, so it looks quite good. And then this was the laser finish paint scheme, I guess, and it is finished in black. And from the front it looks very nice. This is the look that has made this motorcycle work for about 14 years. And these are the pilot lamps, the main light, and this is the projector setup, projector headlamp back in 2007. So yes, a lot of plus points. And the front tire is a 90 section, 1990 17 inches. So still it is under tired, as I said, should have been 100, but then no complaints, it has worked well. Pulsar badging, 3D Pulsar logo, looks very nice. This motorcycle, this particular piece is in very brisk condition, so thumbs up to the owner. And exposed chain set. The overall look of this motorcycle is very purposeful. It has got the toe setup for the gear shifts. No helmets, die like real men. So normal halogen indicators, no problem in that. And the rear disc brake and the front disc brake from Bajaj. So the braking power is decent, as I said. Let's talk about the seat of this motorcycle. It has got these twin grab rails and the trademark Pulsar twin tail light, and split seat setup in this and the 180. And then later the 150 also got this split seat setup. It has got the tank guard. The tank is a 15-liter unit, so yes, that adds up to its convenience and high range as a touring motorcycle. And clip-on handlebars, so this one is common for the fun 150, 180 and also the 220. Let's open the turn on the console. So it does a full swipe up to 12,000 rpm. And then this is the neutral light, battery check indicator. This is the high beam indicator, indications. It has done about 19,258 kilometers, so not a lot of mileage on this motorcycle. And this is the speedometer, and the fuel is low because it's a 15-liter fuel tank, and I also only filled about 200 rupees of petrol, so not a lot of petrol, but still it works. This is for the twin trip meters, so it has got twin trip meters and a side stand indicator that comes when you have the side stand engaged, and that is the rpm limit indicator and all the engine check light. So decently loaded, not a lot of tech stuff. And then it has got backlit switches. All this switch, as you can see, glow, and these are self-cancelling indicators. So a very nice feature on this motorcycle, self-cancelling indicators. And the kill switch is in the wrong position. Normally it is in this position that this motorcycle starts. Normal motorcycle starts, but this motorcycle starts when this is the wrong way down. So that is the Pulsar 220 for you. It has got, obviously this is the oil cooler of this motorcycle. So yes, now oil cooling has become old, but nothing is old for the Pulsar 220 because it is quite old in itself. So this was the Pulsar 220 for you guys, a seriously legend motorcycle, and obviously it has lived a long life and will go on maybe 3 or 5 years more, I guess, if Bajaj doesn't pull the plugs of this motorcycle. And yes, that was it for this video, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the Motor Portal channel, and we will meet in the next video with some other motorcycle or a car. And yes, that was it. Ride safe and keep riding hard.